Hello everyone, both here back with another video. Both here one on Twitch, both here on TikTok, both here on on Kick, and both here on YouTube. So today's video, I wanted to make a video catered towards college and high school students. So essentially, like what I wanted to talk about in this video was about going to college and making that transition to college. So a lot of times, I can use myself as an example, and I think that's the best example I can use. So when I was in high school, I was a senior in 2019, and essentially, I wanted to go to college to graduate to get a job. That was pretty much my whole plan. I didn't think about like making money online. I didn't think about making money in different ways. I was like pretty much like saying to myself that if I go to school, go to high school, my next step would be immediately be college. And after college, I would get a job and then like live my life. And I didn't understand like just because that's your plan at that time in my senior year at me 19 doesn't mean that me 24 agrees with that same plan, nor doesn't mean that like I got that goal. So I didn't go to school. I went to high school and I graduated and I went to University at Albany, which is a 4-year college in New York State, and it's in the capital, Albany. And essentially, while I was there, I was just like there trying to work, trying to like make friends, and then like go to school and then get a job there so I can finish and graduate in 4 years. That was like 6 years ago. I didn't make it. I didn't graduate. I had like personal matters that made me drop out. So COVID, and I had like my personal stance on college, and there was that. So then when I came back to New York City, which is where I live, and this is pretty much my home, I went to Hunter College downtown in like in Manhattan, and I didn't like it because it was my first semester there, and I enjoyed my first semester, but I didn't like the second semester because I felt as if I couldn't make any friends. Like I didn't join any clubs because I was still like thinking about my time in Albany. So my time in Albany was that like precious to me that like that was my first time away from being on my own, like away from home, and I was doing stuff that I like going to school, making friends, going to parties here and there, or I was like trying to joining clubs, and it was fun for that first semester. And then COVID happened, and then that's what happened. That's what stopped everything for me. So like that was that. But like what I want to really discuss about is about if you're a student in high school, if you're in college currently, and you don't think college for you, take a step back. Like think about something else, and think about how that college or a college that you like can benefit or help you. And what I mean by that is that, for instance, um, I went to Albany. It's a liberal arts college, I believe, and it's not catered towards computer science. And computer science is my passion. So you have colleges like Massachusetts Institute of Technology, or you have Boston colleges in Boston, because you have Boston Dynamics in there, which is a company that makes tech products. You have Silicon Valley in California. You're in California, and like it's known. Silicon Valley is known for um, tech, tech hubs, and like having like the new latest tech gadgets in the U.S. And that's Silicon Valley, and that's very expensive. So like pretty much what I'm trying to say is that like I didn't go to college specifically catered towards computer science. I went to a college that was for like liberal arts, and that's how I made most of my friends, and that's how I'm like remember them. It was through college, because like when I got to the city, nobody from my high school went to the same college as me that was like graduated in the same year as me. So 2019 is where I graduated, and nobody from my high school that graduated with me went to Albany. So I was pretty much by myself, and I was trying to make friends that first time. I went to the summer program, and I made some friends, and then I went to the semester, the campus. I made friends, and I was talking to people, and they were hanging out, we were chilling. I was upset that like I wasn't like getting girlfriends, stuff like that. That was my main issue. That's another video, but like I didn't get like a lot of attention from women, and the attention that I did get from women, like it was like I didn't like it because it was not something that I wanted to like pursue. So like what I mean by that, and I would just like go back to college is like when I went to college, I wanted a girlfriend, and like I was looking at all these girls, and I thought they were all attractive to me, cause like the way they looked or the way they act. It was not only the way they looked, but it was the way they acted too. Like we were going to classes and you were studying, I was paying attention to that. If you weren't, if you were just partying, I was also paying attention to that, and then I would have just been like, okay, like I don't really want to date you because you're not on the same like path as me because you're not going to school. You're not studying. You're not studying at home. You're not studying anywhere, and it's that simple. That's why me personally, I didn't That's why I didn't like have a girlfriend in college because like all the girls there like they either were like afraid to speak to me because they had their own reasons, or they already had a boyfriend, or they just didn't like me, and it was that simple. And I didn't have a problem with that because like with me personally, I was just like focused on like going to school and like going to my classes. So like I had French class, I had economics, I had computer science, I had history, I had writing, I had like business law, I had all these classes, and and I was always trying to learn from the professor specifically, and that's why I was always staring at the professor. And it was that simple. I didn't go to classes asking other people for help. I asked the professor for help when I needed help. And when I didn't get help, I would just ask my classmates for help. And if they didn't know anything else, then it'll be game time. What I mean by that is that like, yeah, we go failing, and I don't care, cause like it's that tough. Like if I go to the professor for help and he doesn't have help, and I go to you and you don't know what we're talking about, and I'm trying to study like on my own, trying to figure it out, and like you still like come back to you again, and you still don't know what we're talking about. Guess what? Like I'm leaving. If like if you don't know what you're talking about, I can't waste no time because we have a test coming up, and if we all fail, we all gonna look stupid because we already had a group chat and nobody was talking in the group chat. Nobody was trying to link up and study outside of like certain cases, and like I don't know why because like maybe they didn't like the class. It was that simple. Maybe they didn't like the class and I was fine because I went today because I like computer science and computer science has money in it because it's a new industry. So a lot of times, a lot of people will like to argue with me online or offline and be like, you only went computer science for the money, and then like you look at the money and like when I looked at when I looked up a machine learning and AI developer, since I was so like interested in that field, when I looked at the salary, it was like 100K, and I was like, there's something wrong here, cause like I'm doing all this tech, I'm doing all this work, I'm doing all this like progress, bringing progress in the industry, and then like it's 100K, and that's all I'm getting, and that's why I didn't understand that like you get other benefits. Like if you work for Google or something like that, this is what I learned online and offline. If you work for Google, they'll give you shares. Some people they'll give shares of the company, and they'll also like give you benefits on top of that, and then you have the tech products early. If you were in that industry, if you want them. If you work for Microsoft, you get certain privileges as well. But cater towards that tech company that I don't know of right now. Apple, same thing. Um, Tesla, if you work for a social media company like Meta, if you work for Netflix, if you work for like a company that like makes products and you work in this tech related, so hardware and software, then they'll give you benefits for that. So the only issue right now is that like you have to apply yourself. It's not hard, but it's not easy either. So like you think it's gonna be a cakewalk, you're gonna learn a lot, and then you're gonna get confused because you're gonna have to read stuff over and over again, and you have to code over and over again the same thing over and over again. And that's what a lot of people don't want to tell you about like college. So this is about college, but it like sort of tapered up to my industry because like I decided that I'm not going to college anymore because it's no benefit for me, and like this is my choice. Like I can't go to college because I can't focus in college. I tried college 2 times, 3 times really, because I went to college in high school. I went to City College and also did college classes in Baruch, and I didn't like it because I was in the city. So like I can't go to like upstate or like another college in the country because I gotta pay for that, and I'd rather not pay for that. I'd rather go to college in the city and get paid to go get paid to actually be in college. Because that's the whole point. You're learning and you're getting excited for the new semester because you're getting that check. Most you're going to learn something in that new semester. And that's my whole mentality. But like it's so hard to like, because CUNY's always down. Like the website is always down. You go in, like your email is like cooked. Like there's nothing for you. Like people don't want to organize. People don't want to like chill. People just want to fight. That's pretty much what I view CUNY as. Because like it's for poor kids because poor kids have a certain mentality of fighting because they think you have to fight everyone in order to like get what they want or like to get their point across. And that's what I see in my community, and that's what I see in our communities across the country online. Because like that's be a poor kid mentality. Like if somebody's trying to talk to you, and like you don't understand what they're saying, and you go straight to fighting, that'd be your life, not mine. Cause like I'm not poor because like I save my money and this is my room, and you think I'm poor because you look at my bed, you look at you look at the back of this, you look at the color of this, and you think I'm poor, and then you realize that like I'm thinking on a higher level than you, and then that'd be game for you because like you don't even know what the hell I'm talking about half the time. But you think I'm poor because your whole fixated on is me being poor. So like I started with college, and that was the whole point. Like I didn't get a girlfriend. I didn't finish college, and I was upset about it. That's why I would be complaining in this room. I would complain outside. I would be like, I can't go to college. That's why I wanted to go back to college. But I realized that like college is not even all that fun because like if you're not 18, if you can't make that decision to go to a certain college and take out those loans and make friends with you that have loans with you, and then maybe we can build something together, then college is not that fun because in my opinion, in my humble opinion, an 18-year-old should not be going to college because they have to take out loans and they don't know what they want to do yet because they just came out of high school. Maybe take a year or two to figure out like if you really want to go to college or if you want to do something like outside of that, like do streaming online or like work in a store and just get to know the community better. Like maybe you want to be a social activist and then you want to work in a community and that's how your community recognizes you as a social activist. So if you're in trouble, then you could go to your community and get extra help. But like other than that, like if you're not thinking about the future, you're dwelling in the past because like the present's already passing you, and it's that simple. So like that's the end of that video, and I may make another video and later today I may post it, and then thank you again, Shisha, merci beaucoup, gracias, and all that good stuff. So I'll be back with another video, and probably in a week or so. But like this was my video, and the title of this video is about college, and that's how I'm gonna end it. Like what my opinions on college in the United States. And then also in that video, just read the video, watch the video if you didn't catch some of the things. I speak about a lot of stuff here, and I want you to get my whole image. So thank you very much.